Om Shanti. Today's Avyakt Murli. Those who are self-sovereigns have a right to the kingdom of the world. Today the Father, the bestower of fortune, is looking at all his most elevated and fortunate children. It isn't just this gathering that is in front of Bap Dada, but all the fortunate children from everywhere are even now in front of him. No matter which corner they are in, whether in this land or abroad, the unlimited Father is seeing the unlimited children. In this corporeal world, there is the limitation of space, but the world of the unlimited Father's drishti is unlimited. The world of all Brahmin souls is merged in the Father's drishti. So, in the world of drishti, all are personally in front of Baba. God, the bestower of fortune, is happy to see all the fortunate children. Just as children are pleased to see the Father is also pleased to see all the children. On seeing the children, the unlimited Father has spiritual intoxication and pride. Each one of his children is in the list of special souls before the world. Even if someone is the last bead of the rosary of 16,000, nevertheless, by coming in front of the Father and by belonging to the Father, he is a special soul before the world. Therefore, even if you are unable to know any detail of knowledge, when you accept the one word Baba with your heart and you relate it to others with your heart, you become a special soul. You become a great soul before the world. You become a soul worthy of being remembered as a great soul in the world. Do you feel that you have easily received such elevated fortune? The word Baba is the key. Key to what? To all treasures and elevated fortune. Once you have received the key, you definitely receive fortune and all the treasures. So have all your mothers and Pandavas claimed the right to the key? Do you also know how to use the key, or do you sometimes not know how to use it? The way to use the key is to know and accept with your heart. If you simply say it in words, then even though you have the key, it will not work. When you say it from your heart, all the treasures are then always present in front of you. They are infinite treasures. Because the treasures are infinite, no matter how many children there are, all of them have a right. The treasure is an open treasure. It is an overflowing treasure. It isn't that the treasures have finished for those who have come at the end. However, many have come until now. That is, however many belong to the Father and however many will belong to the Father in the future, there are manifold treasures, more than enough for all of them. This is why Bap Dada is giving every child the golden chance to take with an open heart as many treasures as he wants. The bestower does not lack anything. Everything depends on the courage and effort of those who are to take it. There isn't such a father in the whole cycle who would have so many children, each one of whom would be so fortunate. This is why you were told that spiritual Baba has spiritual intoxication. Everyone's desire to come to Madhuban and to have a meeting has now been fulfilled. Compared to the pilgrimages of the path of devotion here in Madhuban, you at least have space to sit and to remain comfortable. In the temples, they simply have a glimpse while standing. Here at least you are sitting comfortably. There they are constantly told, run, run, move on. Whereas you are sitting here comfortably and you thereby enjoy the pleasure of staying in remembrance comfortably. You have come here to celebrate in happiness at the confluence age, have you not? So, at every moment, whilst walking and moving around, whilst eating and drinking, have you accumulated the treasure of happiness? How much have you accumulated? Have you accumulated enough that you can eat from that comfortably for 21 births? Madhuban is the special place where you can accumulate all treasures because here you also experience belonging to the one Father and none other in a physical way. There you experience this with your intellect, whereas here in your practical life, do you see anyone except the one Father and the Brahmin family? There is just the one loving concern, the same matters, the one family, and a constant and stable stage. There isn't anything else to interest you. To study and become powerful by studying, this is the only work you have to do in Madhuban. How many classes do you have? So here you have a special means to accumulate. This is why all of you have come here running. Bap Dada is especially reminding all of you children, constantly continue to move forward with your stage of a self-sovereign. To be a self-sovereign is a sign of becoming one with a right to the kingdom of the world. Whilst having a heart-to-heart conversation with the Father, some children ask, what will I become in the future? Will I become a king or a subject? Bap Dada responds to the children, check yourself for even one day and you will know whether you will become a king, a wealthy subject or a subject. First of all, from Amrit Vela, check your three main workers, your cooperative companions. Who are they? First, the mind, that is your power of thought. Second, the intellect, that is your power to decide. Third, the past and present elevated sanskars. These three are your main workers. In the world nowadays, a king has a chief minister or a special advisor, and the kingdom functions with his cooperation. In the golden age, there won't be any advisors, but there will be close relatives and companions. Consider them to be whatever you want, companions or advisors, but check, do these three work under your control? Do you have self-sovereignty over these three, or do you work under their control? Does your mind control you, or do you control your mind? Are you able to have whatever type of thought you want, whenever you want? Are you able to focus your intellect wherever you want? Or does your intellect make you the king wander around? Do you control your sanskars, or are you influenced by your sanskars? To have a kingdom means to have a right. Do you, the sovereign, have the power to give an order to carry out a task accurately in the right way at the time that you ask, or is it that you ask them to do one thing and they do something else? The special means for being a constant yogi, a self-sovereign, is your use of your mind and your intellect. The mantra you have received is Man Mana Bhav. Yoga is said to be yoga of the intellect. So, if these main pillars of support are not under your control, or if they are sometimes under your control and at other times not. If they are under your control one moment and not the next, if even one of the three is under your control to a lesser extent, then you can check from that whether you will become a king or a subject. The sanskars of being a sovereign over a long period of time will enable you to have a right to a kingdom in the future over a long period of time. If you have control sometimes but are influenced at other times, then you won't be able to receive a full right to the fortune of a kingdom for half the cycle. After half the time, you can become a silver-aged king, but you won't have a right to a kingdom at all the time. That is, you won't be able to come into a close relationship with the royal family that rules the kingdom. If you are repeatedly being influenced, then your sanskars are not those of controlling, but the sanskars of those who come into the kingdom of the ones who have a right to the kingdom. So, whose are they? They are those of the subjects. So, do you understand who will become kings and who will become subjects? Look at the image of your fortune in your own mirror. This knowledge is the mirror. So, all of you have this mirror, do you not? You can see your own face, can you not? Now, practice having a right over a long period of time. Do not think that you will become that at the end. If you become that at the end, you will then be able to rule for a short time in the last birth. However, also remember that if you don't practice this over a long period of time from now, or if you haven't developed this practice from the beginning, until now, these special workers have been controlling you or have been making your stage fluctuate. That is, if they have been deceiving you, if they have been making you experience waves of sorrow, then you can be deceived at the end too. Deception means waves of sorrow will definitely be experienced. So even at the end, there will be a wave of sorrow, of repentance. This is why Bap Dada is reminding all of you children once again to become kings and make your special cooperative workers and companions who carry out the work in your kingdom to work under your control. Do you understand? Bap Dada is seeing who have become self-sovereigns and to what extent. Acha, so what do all of you want to become? Do you want to become kings? So have you become self-sovereigns now, or are you still saying, I will become that, I will become that at the end? Do not say, I will become that in the future. If you say it will happen in the future, the father would also say, Acha, we shall see about it when it comes to giving the fortune of the kingdom. You have been told that the sanskars of a long period of time are needed from now. In fact, there isn't a lot of time left. Little time remains. Nevertheless, if you haven't practiced this for long enough, don't complain at the last moment. I thought that I would become that at the end. This is why it is said, not sometime, but now. Do not think it will happen at some point. It has to happen now. You have to become this now. Rule yourself. Don't start ruling your companions. All the companions of those who have sovereignty over themselves, whether Lokik or Alokik, even now, because of love, say, Yes, my Lord, Haji, and remain their companions. They remain loving companions and demonstrate this in practice by saying Hanji. Just as subjects are cooperative and loving to the king, so too all your physical senses, especially the powers, will also remain loving and cooperative with you, and this will tangibly affect your service companions and Lokik relatives and companions. While in the divine family, it will not do to be someone in control who issues orders to others. Simply keep your physical organs under your control, and before you issue an order, all your companions will automatically cooperate in your task. If they themselves become cooperative, there is no need to give orders. They will offer their cooperation because you are a self-sovereign. A king means a bestower, and a bestower does not need to say anything, that is, he does not need to ask. So have you become such self-sovereigns? Acha, this Mela was also fixed in the drama. You say, Wah drama, do you not? Other people will sometimes say, Oh drama, and sometimes Wah drama. Whereas, what do you say all the time? Wah drama, wah. When you have attainment, then where there is attainment, nothing is difficult. Similarly, when you have the attainment of meeting such an elevated family, then anything difficult does not feel difficult. Does it feel difficult? Do you have to wait for your food? When you eat, sing God's praise, and even if you wait in a queue, sing God's praise. This is all you have to do, is it not? This is also a rehearsal that is taking place. This is nothing as yet. There will be even more expansion. Now instill the habit of being able to mold yourself so that you are able to make yourself move according to the time. So you have now also developed the habit of sleeping on the floor, have you not? It wasn't that because you didn't have a bed you weren't able to sleep, was it? You have developed the habit of staying in a tent, have you not? Did you like it? You weren't cold, were you? Now, should we put up tents in the whole of Abu? Did you enjoy sleeping in the tents, or do you need a room? Do you remember when you were in Pakistan at the beginning that the Maharathis had to sleep on the floor? Those who were well-known Maharathis were given 3 feet of land to sleep on the floor. When the Brahmin family grew, how did it all begin? It began with tents. Those who came at the beginning used to live in tents, and those who were living in tents have become saints. They used to live in tents even during Sakar Baba's part. So you will all experience that, will you not? So is everyone happy in every way? Acha, we shall then invite another 10,000 and make arrangement to give them tents. All of you are thinking about bathing facilities, and these too will be arranged. Do you remember what everyone said when this hall was built? What will we do with so many bathrooms? This hall was made with this aim that it has now become small. No matter how big you build it, it will become small. At the end, you have to go into the unlimited. Acha. Children from everywhere have arrived. So this too is the decoration of this unlimited hall. Some are even sitting below. For this expansion to take place is also a sign of good fortune. Expansion has taken place, but you now have to move along according to the system. Do not think that you have come to Madhuban. You have seen Baba, you have seen Madhuban, and so you can do everything as you want. Do not do this. Some children are such that until they get a chance to come to Madhuban are very strong. Then once they have seen Madhuban, they become a little careless. So do not become careless. To be a Brahmin means to have a Brahmin life, and the life is for all the time you are alive. You have created this life, have you not? Have you made this your life, or have you become a Brahmin for a short time? Always keep the specialities of your Brahmin life with you, because it is through these specialities that your present is elevated and your future is also elevated. Acha, what else is there? Toli, the blessings is that you have become the children of the bestower of blessings. Those who are the children of the bestower of blessings automatically continue to receive blessings at every step from the bestower of blessings. The blessing is your sustenance. You are being sustained with the sustenance of blessings. Otherwise, just think, you received such elevated attainment, and what effort did you make? Anything that you attain without having to labor for it is said to be a blessing. So what effort did you make? Yet the attainment you have received is so elevated. You have claimed a right to attainment for birth after birth. You receive blessings from the bestower of blessings at every step, and you will always continue to receive them. Through drishti, through words, and through relationships, you constantly have blessings and more blessings. Acha, you are now making preparations to celebrate the Golden Jubilee. You are celebrating the Golden Jubilee, that is, the Jubilee to remain constantly stable in a golden stage. Always remain real gold with not the slightest alloy mixed in. This is called the Golden Jubilee. So, in order to be revealed to the world as those who are real gold with a golden stage, you are creating all these ways of doing service, because your golden stage will bring about the golden age. It will bring the beautiful world. Everyone now wants the world to change, so you are the special souls who will bring about the world transformation through self-transformation. Let souls, seeing all of you, have the faith and the pure hope that the beautiful golden world is truly now about to come. Seeing a sample, they have the faith that it is something good. So you are the samples of the golden world. You are those with a golden stage. When they see you, samples, they let them have this faith. Yes, now that the samples are ready, such a world is now definitely about to come. You will do such service in the Golden Jubilee, will you not? Become those who give hope to those who have no hope. Acha, to those who are self-sovereigns, to the souls who have developed the practice of having control over themselves over a long period of time, to all the special souls of the world, to all the elevated souls who are sustained with blessings from the bestower of blessings, Bap Dada's love, remembrance and namaste. Blessing, may you be a living light and might house who shows wandering souls their accurate destination. In order to show any wandering soul his accurate destination, become a living light and might house. For this, pay attention to two things: to discern the desire of each soul, just as a competent doctor is one who knows how to feel someone's pulse. In the same way, always use your power to discern. Always keep with you the experience of all treasures. Always keep the aim not of having to tell people anything, but of having to give an experience of all relationships and all powers. Slogan: instead of correcting others, keep a good connection with the Father. Om Shanti.